Hi, it's Jenny Lindsay from 2 to 3 Relationship Counselling in Crow's Nest. On this fairly grey looking day, it's meant to rain, but we've had some beautiful weather. So I just wanted to talk to you today about who we are is because of where we've come from. Because what I tend to see in the room is, and this plays out in the same family, so you might have mum and dad and say 4 children, and the way each one of those children experiences their parents may be quite different. So then when it comes to relationships from actually separate families altogether, it's also where they can miss each other, because who we are is because of where we have come from with regards to beliefs, values, expectations, dreams and hopes. So your parents are only who they are because of where they have come from. Messages implicitly or explicitly given, values, beliefs, expectations about how you are to walk so in the world. So they were parented a particular way, and then you're born, and then you are then shaped about how you're going to walk in the world. So we have breathed this all in as a child, and then we have lived life experience on top of that. On top of that, we've also got how we were allowed to have our emotional experience. Were we allowed to, or were we sent to our rooms and told to get over it, which meant we had to find our own coping mechanisms to be able to protect ourselves, to keep ourselves safe, which is where sometimes people bury it very quickly to get over it, because they want to get out of the room to then be loved by their parents. That is in a very simplistic way of putting it. But what I actually see often is, I had a situation where I was just walking down the street the other day, and I saw this person getting very upset with someone in an art shop. And what came out about it was the tone of voice, the particular look that that person had given them. Even though they were 30-something years old, it was like they were right back in that childlike experience where their father would talk to them in a particular way and have that particular tone. And when they were little, they were voiceless, and it was like they felt defenseless again and voiceless in that situation. So what do? They attack. So what I often see in the room is the miscommunication and the conflict that actually happens between couples, because both people are coming from their own lenses. So let's call one couple system 1 and the other couple system 2. What tends to happen is they're both trying to push their own barrow about their lens on how they see it. So they get into what's called gridlock. And to actually get depth and intimacy in a relationship requires people to go from this position to this position, which is where your dreams, your hopes, your values, your beliefs and your expectations are, and need to be explored and understood. So really, for a healthy relationship, it's not about right and wrong. It's about actually being able to go, we seem to be missing each other here. Help me understand. You've become really, what I've noticed, we never use the word you, is what I've really noticed is that you've become really upset about this, and I'm not understanding what's going on. So I'm not going defensive, or I'm not attacking back or trying to push my own position. I've actually been able to be regulated enough to be able to go, what's happening for you? And that's where, through actually becoming curious and trying to understand with the other, the depth comes into a relationship, and you can take a relationship into such a beautiful place, which is where so often out in the big world, which happened but in that art shop, they had totally missed each other. But in a relationship, we have an opportunity to be able to do that differently. We've got an opportunity to go, I want to understand you. I want to take this deeper. I want to know where this is coming from. So through adversity or conflict is actually where we get growth. And so no relationship is always smooth sailing. And in a way, if it is, you also want to go, what's working? What, and thicken those parts. But we never take it for granted. that it's just working. We actually want to be able to go, I'm really loving this at the moment, or when you do this, this is how I feel about it. And so the other gets feedback, and we talk about feedback loops all the time. And that's important because it's through the feedback loops we can thicken the things that are working, but we can also have constructive conversations about then being able to say, when I see you do this, this is what happens for me. And the other one going, even though it might have been harmless in what they said, if it has touched the other person, it is going to then touch the relationship. So to protect the relationship, we need to also protect the other person. So be always mindful that if you are missing each other, it's going from this to this and being able to go into that curious position of trying to understand where they're coming from. It's understanding that you are coming from different lenses that are your family of origin, and broader family and lived life experiences that are influencing how you walk in the world, which makes each one of us really, really very special and very interesting. And so we don't want to get caught in the conflict without then going, when we are regulated, let's just go there. What happened for you? And it's through that you'll get closeness. Through the vulnerability, you get closeness, you get growth, you get depth, and a greater form of intimacy in your relationship. So just consider that today. When you're feeling a bit antsy with someone, is to maybe just change your tune and just go, what's happening? I seem to be seeing things differently from you. And try to take it into that curious position. Have a go. See how you go. I'm always here for you. My number is 0412 88 2345. Don't forget, if you like this video, to please like it and subscribe, so you're always up to date then with other videos that I do. And also on my website, if you go there, there's a lot more other old videos and a link to take you straight through to YouTube, where I have a lot of other videos. But have a great afternoon and enjoy your day. Take care.